Hello and welcome to a somewhat limited cast version of Wildly Abandoned, the show where we discuss who we'd like to wed, who we'd like to bed, and who we'd like to see not quite as alive as they were. You thought it was a competent host, but it was me, Dio. I originally thought that opening to be something different and rhyming, but decided against it because I remembered this airs on YouTube. With me, as always, is our immaculate co-host, writer, director, producer, other stuff, creator, and voice of Elliot and Sai and Martin. We have Jessica Castro.
Hi, I'm a co-host now. Okay, gotta add that to the resume that no one reads. Okay,
You can be your own co-host, right?
Personal drama.
I think so.
Yeah. Hi, yes, I am here, and Tuan is also here.
Hello, I am Tuan. I am the one who does voice things. Yes.
Yes. And that's it.
That's
Hi.
it.
Limited cast tonight, but that's okay.
Limited
'cause we're
cast,
gonna
thank you
have
for
fun
coming.
regardless.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's fine. Everybody's just gonna miss the epic conclusion of the boinking, the marrying, and the
The killing.
The unaliving.
Should we get to business or give it
To be honest, we've dropped so many swear words in this already. I already put that this is content not meant for
Sure,
kids.
I just want to make
fine.
sure the first minute stayed clean for
The
YouTube purposes.
That's very fair. But
give you time to throw the kids out of the room. You know.
Today we are
Yeah.
discussing episode 12, the conclusion to My Fair Algae, what we have
Yay.
called the horniest arc in heinous investigation.
Yes, it was.
You
And
thought
it definitely peaked.
you thought it was horny
Yeah.
before now? You were wrong. It was only a little horny.
Also, you thought it was horny beforehand? Shame on you.
I mean, the
Them
I'm sorry.
ghost
I should have
fish.
early. No, I
Them
should've meant
ghost
earlier. Oh, I
fish.
should have meant earlier in the arc. It was
Oh, earlier in the arc.
You thought,
I-
sorry.
Yeah.
You thought the early part of the arc was horny. You were wrong.
But
It
like
got
that ghost
worse.
Yeah.
fish arc.
Sarah currently isn't here, but big
Yeah.
credit to her. I had to do an actual literal double take on the delivery of one of her lines. I was like, "Whoa, okay,"
Mm.
like,
like
It
Like-
was
like a-
yeah, MVP. Well, I mean, I
Mhm.
think we have multiple MVPs of this episode. I got to give it to
Oh,
Tuan
sure,
also.
sure.
yeah, I definitely loved listening back to the little spats that me and Sarah had because they just came out so perfectly,
They
which is
were-
fantastic.
Great.
Yeah, there was absolutely, again, like we rehearse these things together, but then once you go off and do your recording thing, there's always that little bit of fear that it's not gonna sound coherent.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
We
it
also got to
does.
hear Vera lose her marbles, and I love it. I love it
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
I really liked the sound editing for that one. It's
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's a time. I got to add a lot of bumping into things noises and breaking things noises, which was fun. Yeah, I was thinking about like I also got to incorporate some really weird stock kissing noises I found on the internet. That was also fun.
Yeah.
What do you
I hope-
mean? That was just us in character.
I hope to all of our dear listeners, I hope your earbuds were very deep in your ears and very loud for those sound effects.
they
Yes.
were they existed.
They existed.
They were
Mm,
there.
yeah. I think
Um,
yeah, sorry. Oh, what were you gonna
something
say?
totally
Like-
unrelated to any of this. I just wanted to say, this is not at all like a major thing at all, but this episode has one of my favorite Frank moments because it is just so small, but it was so much fun to record. It's so silly. I love it.
Oh, you mean the bit where it's like Carlton trying to get information over
Yeah.
there, and he
Yeah.
just
It's just
hangs
like-
up on you.
I'm sorry. You're in what jet right now?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
because Frank is if there's anything that Frank is that we've like, if there's anything we've learned at this point, Frank is nothing but petty. He's
Oh, yeah.
he's
Yes.
just
Oh,
petty.
yeah.
Oh, definitely.
I feel like I made it very clear in Ghostfish, but I mean
Yeah.
he is.
But we've got a ways to go.
Oh yes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Oh, it gets.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of people that I want to like personally tell them how good they did.
I want to shout out
Oh.
literally all of the extras for today. Everybody that we had that we were like, hey, we need some background voices. Those background people definitely felt like foreground people at times. Just based on how well they played their part. Not because they were like, I'm overshadowing the entire show, but it was like, you make sense. You definitely are somebody who's just here to be eaten.
Oh, and that's the previous. It is the previous episode, but yes.
They had minor lines.
Oh
here.
no, they did. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. Yes, they did.
These are the
one who got chucked out a window.
Pardon my French. These are the small town bubkins who would definitely be taken in by a group of enthralling rich people for the purposes of not quite cannibalism, because they're not quite the same thing, but
I got you.
Vor.
Yeah.
The freaking I freaking loved the just Jenny with the taco truck.
With the taco truck. I love tacos.
I was like, how many drinks has she had?
So emotional. Like, because I have met people like that. It's true. That's the most true thing.
Yeah. I also just props to the woo when they're just going out the window. I'm like, yes, good. So good. Those moments are, I love little moments like that where it's like there's a lot of character in those moments where you just see the different ways they the different ways Jenny and Orville handle that. It's like Jenny again, just like Jenny coming up with some kind of sweet but like personable, like, you know, she's very personable and like kind of like what's the word, like charmed her way, charmed the person out the door, whereas Orville was just like just yeeted them out of the nearest window.
he tried and then he was like, oh god, I have to talk to people.
Nope.
It's like
bye.
no patience for this. It's like, this was not in the job description.
Just very uncomfortable. Just get him out of there.
Get out of here.
Actually. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, wait. That just reminded me of Martin. I forgot. I got to unleash the terrible banter this episode.
You did. You got his.
You sure did. I forgot about it, and then it happened, and I was like, wow.
I also laughed because that's the last line Martin has in the entire arc. Yeah. What he talks about, is that not what you do? I was like, oh my god.
I'm sorry, is that not how you banter?
Exactly. Is that not what you? Yeah. I know. It's like the freaking. I was like, I was just like, what's the lamest thing you could say right now? And I was like, yes, we did it.
We did it, boys.
Yeah. It's the classic fries with that shake thing, but different. Yeah, there's I love a lot of really good like moments that happen here, and like some good callbacks and things like that. Like, I see why my sister likes to listen to every arc straight through, like likes to binge the arcs.
The entire arc. Yeah,
because you fully appreciate the callbacks. Yeah, because there's I like that. I also like again, I like seeing like, I think my favorite version of Carlton is like fight happy Carlton. Yeah. When he gets into those moments where once he's in combat, he's like, let's go. I was raised on the streets, kind of. It's like, no, you weren't. But I really like those scenes, and I like particularly just like the voice that David does for Carlton, like combined with like that ridiculously over the top like trigger happy writing, just makes me very happy. I'm trying to think anything else that's really interesting. I feel like
nothing particularly interesting happened with Orville and Jenny.
I was getting there. I wanted to but okay, let's talk about that first, and then we'll finish up with the algae plot. I think those are honestly the two biggest things here.
What are you talking about? There's nothing to talk about.
Oh, well, we already talked about some of it. There's more there, I'm sure.
We talked about it, and we came to an agreement, and we're moving on.
Well, okay, so we got a love confession. Anyway. Let's talk about that.
we did get a love confession.
Yes. Yes, we got the most rushed and monotone declaration of love to ever exist in fiction.
It is a type of confession that, not naming names, some people in our cast have said, yeah, no, that's me when I tell someone that I'm into them. It's like, yeah, I like you, but it's not happening. Bye.
But it's not
like,
happening.
Yeah. Really, really interesting recording that. There's not a ton of like emotion, obviously, that I put into Orville's performance, but it is like Orville is the most conflicted he's ever been. Like, I think in his life in this arc.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he goes freaking berserk at one point. We should mention that too.
Yeah.
Which one almost strangles a guy.
He gets a little murdery.
Just a little murdery.
These are the unintended consequences of being an emotionally repressed psychic boy, I guess.
Yeah. I think we can all agree that emotionally repressed psychic bibbies over media tend to be this way at some point.
Yeah.
I just rewatched X-Men Dark Phoenix the other day, and
that'll do it.
It do be like that. God, I'm sorry. Real quick, I just gotta say, the acting in that movie is not very good. Like,
we are better.
There are a few things when I'm like,
I don't know if we should go that far.
But like,
listen to us instead.
But that's some of those moments I'm just like, wow, Jennifer Lawrence really just phoned it in.
I was about to say she phoned.
And so anyway, I could talk about that for a while. Let's get back to
okay.
Orville.
We are better than X-Men.
Yeah, so
Sykes, this is just a roast X-Men podcast. Hello.
We roast the things we love, and that's why I would love to roast X-Men. Anyways,
X-Men Evolution, I could go on for about that for days, and how much of like a freaking product of the time it was. Oh my god, true. Yeah, such feelings. Anyway,
Orville, very conflicted with his feelings for Ginny, and he is obviously, as you can see,
naturally,
he is the put it in the box and ignore it type of person.
Oh yeah,
bottle up all of my emotions, right?
Practical boy.
The Book of Mormon turn it off approach, if you will, minus the song and tap dancing.
That's more Ginny's vibe.
One day I'll die.
Yeah, and we see kind of an interesting. I didn't notice the interesting contradiction in Orville's character in this episode of the fact that he very much like went to bat for Ginny, obviously because he cares about her, but like in a very, I'm just doing this because you're kind of being an a-hole sort of way. But then he very much doesn't really take into account Ginny's say in it, because he is very much like, I am dangerous with my emotions.
It's like, I am bad for you.
No.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. It's an interesting sort of
the Edward Cullen approach, if you will.
You know, the thought had just dawned on me, and I went, wait a minute.
We've never made a Twilight reference in this show.
No.
Stefan Niemeyer
the third. Just ask our friend, Stefan Niemeyer. Yeah. The third. Oh, good lord.
But yeah, I thought that was a really interesting thing about Orville's character, that I'm like, yeah, when it comes to himself, he really doesn't like to think about others, because all he thinks about is how dangerous himself is to themselves.
Yeah. And just like that may or may not be getting addressed later.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I really liked the bit where like, what do you call it? Ethan's like, let's fight for her. And Orville's just like, that's kind of misogynistic.
Really misogynistic, but okay.
It's like the Invincible bit of like, that's sexist, but okay.
Oh, I have to finish Invincible.
That's really good.
I know. I watched like one episode and then was like shook, and then just didn't watch.
Understandable.
Stephen Yuen? How do I say his name?
Stephen Yuen.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I want to see him in more voiceover roles because he does such a good job.
The voiceover work in that is really good. I also laugh because whenever Andrew Rannells shows up in a voice project, I immediately know it's him. Speaking of Book of Mormon. But yeah, okay, back to
speaking of
speaking of good voice work, hi.
Hey.
How you doing? I'm trying to think of any other like really landmark. I also like how like at the end of the day, you know, they're fighting over her, and Orville again is saying all this stuff about him being dangerous for Ginny, but Ginny handles the situation better than anyone else.
Yeah, it's just
true.
Yeah. Do you want a piece of him? Nah.
Exactly. Yeah.
No.
He's like, yeah, you want, yeah, it's like you want to do, like, yeah, exactly, you want to hit him basically. And she's like, nah.
No.
Yeah, and then there's her just like basically talking Orville down within like seconds, and like just knowing what's up. And then I also love at the end how, you know, Orville's like, you know, kind of is one of those like, I know what you must think of me right now kind of moments, and then she's just like, that's fine. You know. Yeah, it's interesting, but then like the one time she is caught off guard is when Orville does that really, again, when it comes to lovey stuff, is the one time Ginny gets caught up, because when Orville's doing that whole really fast like declaration that basically goes to, I hope we can still be friends, like immediately she's like so taken aback, she needs like a second, and then she's like, and then the comes like
relationship speed run, no glitch.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see.
Thank you, Twan.
Oh, sorry.
I'm glad you liked it so much.
Sorry, just now thinking of Orville as a
I don't think I fully appreciated.
He's got his gamer headset.
He's got his
on,
Twitch stream.
Oh, now I got it.
Keyboard.
I get the joke now.
What's up, gamers?
Chat.
I feel so that.
Thank you, Banana Vovana Savannah Ben, for the sub. I appreciate it. Oh, close one.
I feel like if Orville had a Twitch stream, I feel like it'd be more like of a weird like ASMR-esque stream where he just like reads
ASMR.
he just reads like really old poetry at like 2 miles an hour. I think that would be his.
While
streams.
that is probably more accurate to character and sounds very nice,
narrative
him being
games.
a gamer is much funnier.
Oh, it is.
That's
much
also
funnier.
true.
Oh, it is much funnier. Much funnier. I'm just like, we're being realistic with the characters. That's a whole other thing. If everyone had a Twitch channel, what would it be? Elliot couldn't figure out how to turn the computer on. I know that.
LG would be speedruns.
LG would be speedruns. Wait, you're telling me there's a whole genre of gaming where the game actually works at my speed?
Wow.
Sign me up.
Oh my gosh. Oh no, I can't. I'm gonna get hooked on this
Frank
now and start learning
science stuff. Yeah, we're gonna get off topic.
I know.
Topic for another time.
I'm like, gosh, dang it! Like,
for when we go like, inside the game.
Jenny, like attempting to do a makeup tutorial with no way of accessing her reflection or image. Train wreck.
That's actually an interesting question. So vampires, they don't show up in reflections, right? What if like so that includes everything that they are wearing? Like you don't see their clothes appear in the mirror, right?
Yeah, because their clothing has no soul.
Well, my assumption is that like it's kind of like an aura just generally around them.
So that means if they put on makeup, the makeup would still be invisible?
I agree. Yeah, I would think so.
So if a vampire hugs you real close, would you also become invisible?
In the mirror? I don't know. That's not how
what I'm asking is if a vampire.
No, it's their. I think it's their appearance and nothing else.
Okay,
that's the assumption. I'm trying to think. I'm like currently going back through like Dracula in my head because I consider that like it's not the example of like vampire fiction, but it's like the one everywhere.
Is you just wear a bunch of makeup and you're good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it might be like a Superman thing where like this is actually true in the comic books. Superman's like invincibility is like so strong that his clothes also are invincible with him.
Yeah.
It's very it's true.
Wasn't that also isn't there like also that whole deal where like you where like
that's why
you can't even like
he doesn't have a bunch of holes.
Isn't it true that you like can't even get that? Yeah, that's very true. But I was gonna say, isn't it true that also I think this is more Justice League Unlimited stuff, but I'm pretty sure him and Supergirl can't get operated on unless there's like kryptonite involved in the medical equipment.
Yeah, they need a kryptonite scalpel, like a kryptonite laser scalpel. It's sick.
Yeah.
It's so sick. Yeah, because she was operated on at Star Labs, and that's when, like, there was that weird clone that shows up, and the question is like, not conspiracies, conspiracy, and it's like, whoa! And he's
oh yeah, that cosplay. Oh yeah, by the way, that cosplay is happening. Excited.
Oh.
I love that show.
If you're going to New York Comic Con, find me
for 2.5
cosplay.
hours.
Let's talk about Justice League.
Oh yeah,
Don't
we can do
tempt
that
me.
too. Oh yeah,
Don't
we're talking
you
about
dare
X-Men.
tempt
Now we're
me.
going Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah, we do need
Let's
like a
go.
separate. We do need to make like a separate podcast just for talking about media.
Just talking.
Superhero talks.
Yeah,
I could go on.
Speaking of
I need to stay away from that one. I'll just talk about the ones I'm
Boink,
making.
Marry, Kill.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, we're not going to talk about Algie and Vera's deep issues and how
I don't know, it was a very
ties
slick
Vera up at one
transition, and
point.
I really wanted to say.
Oh, that
it, but we
depends,
can.
Jess. Is she coming back?
You mean in general? Like,
Question, Jess.
is Vera like going to make another appearance? Is that your question?
Yes, that is my question.
I can say as of right now, I guess it's okay to say, because we are officially in the spooky season, that I have hopefully a live stream around the Halloween weekend planned where I have written a little something featuring Vera that actually could technically be canon the way I wrote it. So technically she is appearing very soon.
You heard it here, Patreon members. She's coming back. Don't tell the YouTubers.
But I don't know. Beyond that, I don't know.
I'm just saying, I'd sub to Vera's Patreon.
S
to the I to the M to the B, and maybe you can be moving like me.
Okay. Hi.
All right.
I'm prone. Hello, I'm back.
Yo, sorry, this is another tangent. You know how Squirrels in My Pants absolutely slaps as a song?
Yes.
Yeah.
The German version of that song slaps equally as hard, and it's great.
It does.
I love it so much. I don't know how I found it, but I'm so happy that
You put it on the chat, and I was immediately into it.
Yeah,
I know that.
It's so good.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Vera, I think we all love Sarah, and her voice works so much that we want her back in some way at some point, and
Absolutely.
maybe that's happening this season. I don't know. But as for Vera, I can neither confirm nor deny at the moment. Yeah. Would I like it to happen? Yes. Because Vera be hot.
Oh God, yeah. Anyway,
it's a non-visual. She's as hot as you can possibly be in a non-visual medium.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Vera and Algie, they have some issues with closure.
Yeah, both of them.
Definitely.
It's not good.
No. I mean, at first you think
say, a little toxic.
Yeah. Well, at first you what do you call it? At first you think that they mutually separated, in quotes, because because they were too different, but it's actually because they're very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprise. So
Surprised at the same person.
Yeah.
Your date was your brother, and I am you.
You?
Then who is Piccolo?
And who was the sheriff?
I'm glad we're out here and he's in there and we're the sheriff, and I just remembered we're out here.
So I know I know you were saying that, but I just thought of the freaking thing, the freaking SpongeBob thing, where it's like, who is flickering the lights? And because it's just vampires, and it's freaking Nosferatu. Nosferatu. It's like,
but yeah, I say then who is Piccolo thing, because that is my favorite like old school Dragon Ball Z title ever. It's like Goku is Ginyu and Ginyu is Goku, but who is Piccolo? And it's like the dumbest title ever, but I love it so much. It is amazing.
Oh my God.
And so I like to throw in and who is Piccolo every time one of those weird situations pops up. So if we ever get to a body swap arc, get ready for a lot of that.
Oh, great. Okay. Okay.
Wait, no. I think I just made Jess erase any pre-existing.
That's not. Well,
oh, weird. Orville
that's
and
not
Frank
happening
have both
next
been
season.
Scrubbed
Nope.
from the body swap episode. Weird.
No, I need body swapping is not happening next season. I have already vetoed that. I don't have the strength. But it is happening eventually. I've mentioned it many times, but it has to happen at this point. It is basically in stone. Just not next season. I refuse. Because I've already got a bunch of really good episodes, so I'm not changing that. I changed the order of a bunch of episodes and story arc stuff and like, you know, relationship stuff and like durations and such. Like I already mapped that out like a bunch of different ways. I think I edited it like 5 times, so I'm not touching it again. It is there. It is what it is.
Hey, tell us everything that happens in season 2 right now on the
No.
The one thing I say about season 2, honestly, it's like, well, it was just 3 of us. No, I've said it before. The only thing I can really say about season 2 as of right now, because I've only written so much of it, is that it's more like we were already pretty ensemble-y, but now we're getting real ensemble-y, and like in that it's not all Carlton and Miriam centric, and like it is very much in these arcs. Gotcha. Like, cause we just had a really fun algae arc, and that was fun.
Yeah.
I don't. Did we say that we were having a season? Is this the first time we're saying we're having?
No, we've confirmed it before.
Okay, I was like, do we have to cut all of this now?
No, we've talked about it before. This is happening. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if we were gonna go for the dramatic, like once the season finale comes and it's like, tune in for season 2.
Nah, at this point, we're you know, it's like, what do you call it? We're nice to the people who listen to us. You know, we don't just. I mean, sometimes you gotta. Sometimes you gotta.
Sometimes you don't know you want a thing until you think you don't have it, and then your dad turns around and goes, "Just kidding, I did get it."
Okay.
Twan, is there something we need to talk about?
And on that note,
I mean, sure, my dad liked to pull little pranks where I'd be like, "Can I get this thing?" And he says no, and then later I go home and he goes, "Because I got it for you, you little scamp."
Aww. And speaking of daddies, let's move on to Boink, Marry, Kill.
No.
Yes.
I have the perfect daddy-based one to kick us off, I believe.
Oh, you do?
Oh, well, hold that thought, because since I am the one who created this Zoom, we are currently running out of time for whatever reason, because I thought that when there's 3 people in a chat, it doesn't do that, but maybe because I don't know. But the point is, I have to open a new link, so please hold.
And welcome back. During that commercial break, we scooped up another friend of ours. Whoa.
Whoa.
We have Sarah here.
She made it.
I made it.
Yay. So good. Yeah, good, because you missed all of the sexy Vera talk.
Oh,
yes, that's right.
Hey,
there was that.
Yeah, I said I would subscribe to her Patreon.
She would have one too.
Instantly have the simp song ready too.
Oh,
nope.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, but for real though, the work that you guys did, and like especially like all the stuff between you and Twan, like the Vera algae stuff, is incredible, so and it sounds so fun, and just all of Vera's crazy comes out in the best possible way.
Yes,
and
I tried to tune into that.
It was great. Yeah,
at the end of the episode, I'm trying to be like, well, she's just tired of all this bullshit now, so she's just
she just like. Yeah, at this point she's like fully at the end she's like fully in survival mode. Jack is ready to freaking waste
drink
her.
Someone.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
it's great.
Oh my gosh, yeah. She had, for like having a 3-episode run, Vera went through like the full gamut of emotions.
Yeah.
So yes.
If it's one thing we love, it's a villain breakdown, especially for one so composed and domineering.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say I think Vera will, like, I said that I would like Vera to come back in the future, and if she does so, I think she will bounce back very well.
You confirmed it.
That would.
I did say that I wrote a could be canon, could be non-canon, a little like Halloween fic script for a potential and hopefully legitimate live stream for the spooky season.
I consider that canon.
I saw that.
So Boink, marry, kill.
Boink, marry, kill.
Yeah,
on that same
kill.
line.
Why we're really here.
Yeah, I'll kick us off with, I think, really the most important one, the best one.
The visual
one with the most daddy
say.
energy.
I was gonna say
right.
really quick. Yeah, just quick recap for anybody's listening. We did some written media. We did the characters from our own show. Now we are focusing on the big boy, all of the screen stuff, basically the TV, the movies, the animation, the anime, all of it. Let's go. Let's do it. And yes, Dio go.
If it is in the RGB format, we do it.
This first one, I wanted to do one between superheroes, and I was like, you know what? That's boring. 3 different superheroes. What about 3 versions of the same superhero? So,
oh no,
Batman.
You and I might have had
Your
that.
choices
Okay.
I knew it. Oh, I'm so happy I didn't do a Batman one.
The George Clooney Batman, Batnips included. The Christian Bale Batman, husky voice and all.
Ooh.
Or the Ben Affleck Batfleck,
Batfleck.
kind of unremarkable and gray.
I'm really sad Michael Keaton's not in there.
Yeah, it would be too easy if it was Michael Keaton.
It would be too easy.
It would be too easy. Now I have to decide which one I want to kill more.
Yeah, so we have I couldn't, and for Clooney, I couldn't decide if I should talk about the Batnips or like the incredibly immovable rubber head that made it feel like Poison Ivy. Is that you?
I mean, that did kind of help him match the Adam West energy, just the
That's
full
true.
rotation to do things.
So yeah, those are your 3 bat
Stop playing with
choices.
this.
Ooh, okay. What are your thoughts? Can I ask you?
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
The Batnips make me incredibly uncomfortable, so I'd probably kill Clooney. And then both of the other 2 options, I'm not a huge fan of. I think
That's the point, though.
I think I would marry Bale Man because he's a bit more stable than Batfleck.
Bale Man.
Batfleck is like emotionally unstable and much older and violent. So probably just Boink.
Sure.
And then I'd marry Bale Man. He's in the prime of his youth. He, spoiler alert, fakes his death at the end of the last movie and goes to Europe.
Is that really so much of a spoiler anymore? It's been out for a while.
I don't know, man. People get offended about spoilers anytime. You don't spoil. It was his sled. Rosebud was his sled.
Oh!
Dude, I haven't seen it
He
yet.
was dead the whole time.
Oh my god.
I haven't seen Citizen Bane yet.
Gotham is yours.
Rosebud.
We're starting out strong here. Okay.
What are you saying?
Okay,
Anyway.
I think I might actually do the same. I think I'm actually do the same, Dio, honestly, because I actually have not seen. I can't say too much. I haven't seen Batfleck in action. I was just so averse to the whole thing that I just didn't watch it. But I feel like if I did see it, I would probably like. Again, I think just I've never really seen the appeal and like why people think George Clooney is attractive. I'm not the only one too. Like my whole family feels that way. I don't, for whatever reason, we don't find him that attractive. So I would probably just be like, okay, so kill him. And again, the bat nipples is a little upsetting also, to be fair. So he'd be out. Yeah, and then I'd Boink, Batflick, and gotta marry Bale Man. Again, honestly,
that's gonna get me every time.
Yeah. Because I think like all of Dio's points were really accurate. And I don't know. I just think that those like the Nolan Batman films are, I think they're pretty solid.
Yeah.
Are they the most fun? No. But
they're not really superhero movies, to be honest.
They're more they're more like noir to me. I don't know if
They're,
I'm the only one.
yeah,
who
they're
feels that
crime
way.
movies.
Yeah.
They're not really superhero-y. Anyway.
Just with a guy who
No.
happens to dress up in tights.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not wearing hockey pads. I love that line so much.
Oh, goodness.
So yeah, that's my deal. That's what I'm going with. I'm kind of sad that there were no animated Batmans in there, but that's fine.
Oh yeah. Well.
Again, I think that would have made it too easy.
It would make it way
Yeah.
too easy.
Yeah.
That would make it way too easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. No, you made a good call there. Okay.
Yeah,
Twan,
I think I'd have to concede to the train. At first, I was thinking I would go with marrying Batfleck instead, because he's the one that has the biggest sense of humor in my book.
Yeah.
However, once you brought up the point that he's the most mentally unhinged, I was like, oh no, that just adds to the factor of how mentally unhinged he is. He is the guy who will kill 100 people and then turn around and joke about it.
Batman,
That is
please don't kill my
borderline.
dad.
That is borderline Joker right there. Not that. Maybe a night, but not forever.
does he actually kill? Because that's in those movies.
Well, yeah.
That's not Batman's thing.
Listen. I could go off on how much Zack Snyder doesn't understand comic books. I really could. I really could. But
that's his whole thing. That's like
yeah,
showing that's like saying Batman will go up to a guy and shoot him when his whole
In
training didn't include guns.
In an interview, Snyder was like, I don't
fair,
really
once
see it
upon a
as
time he
Batman
did.
killing. I see more of like, he blows up a car that a guy just happened to be in, and it's like that's killing.
That is
That's
killing.
murder. That's
That-
his definition.
Still,
I'd be very scared.
Everyone in that car is dead unless they happen
Like
to also be a
I'd be
superhero.
very scared to be locked in a room with Zack Snyder.
Yes.
Zack Snyder seems like a very nice dude, a very chill dude. His Watchmen adaptation was bad. His Batman adaptation was worse.
Yeah.
His full 4-hour Justice League though, yeah, props. It was pretty good.
Really? Huh.
Yeah,
I have yet to see it.
Yeah.
It's 4
I have
hours.
to say,
And I've avoided.
That's the main thing. It's
I've
4
avoided
hours.
it like
Yeah.
the plague. Yeah. Why are the DC movies so long? The second Wonder Woman was like 3 hours of nothing.
I never watched that.
know.
Because the issue with the theatrical release of Justice League was that it was hodgepodge together by two completely different divisions, and it's very messy and bad. So at least with the Snyder cut, it's 4 hours, but it's consistent. Watch it in 3 or 4 sittings, you're fine.
Okay.
But his Watchmen adaptation,
Fair.
people say his Watchmen adaptation is accurate to the comic. It's so bad. It's so bad because
yeah, that's fair.
I'm not gonna listen. I'm sorry. I'm derailing the most fun part of the show.
That's fine.
The
we're
whole
gonna
point of
debate
Watchmen.
that. This is serious.
The whole point of Watchmen was it was
We
a
do need
critique.
a hero
It was a
podcast.
critique on hyperviolence and edginess in 1990s comics, and Zack Snyder's adaptation just turned it into something that glorifies that edginess and hyperviolence and completely misses the point. And that's why when the new Watchmen show came out and had a lot of left-leaning politics, a bunch of neckbeards were like, "It's too liberal. Watchmen isn't liberal," because they don't understand that Watchmen is the most liberal comic book ever.
Alan Moore, he's just been done dirty too many times.
His books do
League
not
of
get
Extraordinary
adapted
Gentlemen.
well.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen with starring Sean Connery is
Yeah,
one of my
that
favorite
was-
guilty
Oh
pleasure
my
movies of
God,
all time.
Yeah, I
It
watched that
made-
and I was
dude,
like, this is a little
That movie was so bad it made the late great Sean Connery quit acting.
Oh, yeah. Well,
wow.
But I will say, in my opinion, it's the finest garbage to ever be made.
Yeah, that's true. It was
It's
hot
utter-
garbage, but it was
Remember
hot
when they
garbage.
added in Huckleberry Finn,
it was hot.
I
a
know, they
U.S.
added-
trained sniper? Huckleberry Finn with
Why?
over
That's who-
300
wait.
confirmed kills.
I think it was actually
Huckleberry Finn.
I think it was actually Tom Sawyer, but still.
Whatever, man. It's an
Yeah,
American guy.
That's what it was. is
Why
that it
did
was
there
Tom
need to be an
Sawyer,
American?
Tom Sawyer.
That's not the
Fence
point.
painter. And the entire time I was sitting there like, why isn't it just Huck Finn, who has at least actually shot a gun,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly?
It made no
Anyway,
sense.
Sarah,
that
what's
movie.
your,
Anyway,
what's your
yeah.
Batman opinion?
What's your
Oh,
Batman
okay.
opinion?
Yeah.
My Batman opinion.
Yes.
I'm
Woo!
so sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm tired
Well-
and unhinged.
Yeah.
Fair. I mean, I'll just run through this quick.
Mhm.
So I'll say, I'm gonna take I'm gonna boink the Ben Affleck one, and then I'm
Mhm.
gonna marry my god, brain. The nipple Batman.
I about to say like Nipples McGee.
My freaking brain totally just threw his name out of my head. And then I'm gonna have to kill Bale Man just because I can't. Okay,
because he's
the voice.
5'9".
Yes, thank you, Tolan.
What?
The voice.
it's the voice.
I
Yeah,
just
it's the
can't.
voice.
If he
lot.
doesn't talk, if he just is, maybe. But
Your
I
option. Your
I feel like
options
the-
are, hey there, how are you doing? And hey there.
That's a good
Those are your
one.
options.
That's- I did not
Seriously.
think about that.
I also
Yeah.
feel like with Christian Bale, it's also weird because he's British, so I feel like somehow him attempting to do the American accent and the darker voice at the same time is probably what made it sound so
Wait.
bad.
Christian
Probably,
Bale's
yeah.
not American. He was in Newsies.
And we
The
all
most
know they
American
ban
film.
non-Americans from that. Right?
Newsies, the most American film of all time.
Obviously.
Obviously.
It's about unions,
Yeah.
but bam.
Made by a $1 billion company. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
okay.
I happen to have
Yeah,
one in a
I
similar
didn't
vein of
think
that.
about the
Oh,
hideous
do you?
voice thing. That's
Yeah, I thought of one while we were talking that was in a very similar vein.
I don't know. I
And
think he spends most of his time sad and brooding and looking out windows and such that I could probably just not hear him talk for most of it.
Isn't that like the weirdest thing? That
I feel like that's the most concerning.
that the Nolan Batman movies were so serious and tried to avoid cartoon silliness, and they let Christian Bale use that voice.
Yep.
Wild. Anyway.
I snorted. Oh my gosh.
So you have, much like College Humor, you have to ask yourself, how wrong did it go the 20 times before that they got here and they were like, we're gonna have to go with it.
We're going with it.
This is
We're
where
going
we're
with
at.
it. This is where we're at. We're going with it.
I think we have time for. Obviously, we're running out of time already, so I think we have time
Oh,
for one more. Sarah, do you have one?
I have one. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
We are
Let's
gonna go. We are gonna go with some OG anime characters here.
Yes.
Oh,
They have
yes.
to.
We did
We
one.
have to.
Yes.
Yes.
So we got
Get 'em
OG
all.
characters, all right? So
OG,
we're
all
going Naruto, we're going Goku, and then our third is gonna be Sailor Moon. All right?
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh, I think
All
I
right.
already.
This is the ultimate decision, all right?
Oh my gosh. This is oh man. I think I know what I want to do.
I got it.
Very hard.
I think
and
I got
really
it.
Appreciate
All
that.
right.
I think I got it.
So
Okay.
I'll go first.
Okay, go.
Yeah, let's go.
Marry Sailor Moon. I think that would just be delightful. I think she's a delightful woman. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Boink Goku, because he's the strongest man on the planet. That'd be pretty fun. He can maybe go Super Saiyan. I don't know. Let's get freaky. Kill Naruto. This is not a bronze medal situation. Naruto is one of my least favorite characters in his own show. And I know that's unfortunate. He is a likable character in his own way. But as a child, I liked so many characters much more than him. So I just grew to resent how much the show was sidelining them. And I did blame Naruto for it. That's not his fault. Listen, it's not his fault. Like, it's not his fault that Choji and Rock Lee and Gaara and Kankuro and every character that's not Naruto and Kakashi gets sidelined so hard. But, you know, someone's got to go. Someone's got to go. Sorry, Naruto.
Okay.
I'll go right after you, honestly, because I have the exact same answers for very similar, although slightly different reasons. I mean, marry Sailor Moon, because again, I just think that would be delightful. And also, she was like, Sailor Moon was my first ever exposure to anime at like the age of 5 when I didn't know what the hell was going on, but I was like, ooh, I like this. So I was like, you know, it's like my first. So yeah, so definitely that's going to be an awesome marriage. Again, Goku, same idea, literally same reasons as Dio already said. And yeah, I kill Naruto, but for slightly different reasons. I just, as a kid, it has nothing to do with him specifically, but the people who were fans of Naruto that I grew up with.
Ooh,
A lot of those Naruto kids,
here.
a lot of those Naruto kids who I grew up with. Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, they would do stuff like that.
You're doing a Trunks at me?
And a lot of them just liked Naruto for like the wrong reasons, aka violence and some other stuff.
Okay,
yeah.
well,
I was trying to be low-key, but
toxic
yeah.
Because the
fandoms
boys
are
kiss.
very unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah, so and I was like a kid when this was all going down too. I was like 10 when I was having all these crap experiences, and I was like, wow, this sucks.
I was going through high school, and everyone hated Sakura, and they still do. But that's
I
that's
love
the only
Sakura.
thing.
Sakura's the only redeeming character.
Everyone hated Sakura. I'm telling you, everyone was like, she's worthless. And
Oh my
Here's the
god.
one thing
carries
that saved
through.
that show
I
for me
still
a
run
little.
into people
Yeah.
like that, where Sakura's the most worthless, and they think my name, like I went by Sakura Sarah. They were like, "Oh, you like Sakura?" I'm like, "No, I like cherry blossoms.
Like
I
cherry
don't care
blossoms.
about."
Naruto, honestly, like, point to Naruto's credit. Naruto showed like genuine male friendship that didn't rely on being hyper masculine and violent with each other.
That's
between
right.
Shikamaru and Choji, which seeing a quiet, timid, antisocial, chubby kid, when I was a quiet, timid, antisocial, chubby kid, have a genuine connection and friendship like that was game changing. Like, big credit to Naruto for that. But then they sidelined Choji
To highlight the very violent relationship between Naruto and Sasuke.
Yeah. What the hell, man?
Yeah, we were all thinking that.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I am in the same
Love
boat.
Choji. I want to give him a hug.
I am in the same boat as you two for somewhat similar reasons. One of the main reasons I would only boink Goku is because he is a married man and he's married to Chi-Chi.
Oh no! I forgot
And
to
you
mention
know
Goku's kind of a terrible husband. Also,
Okay, yeah,
I gotta mention that.
I could
That's also
go
why he
into
was not
mine.
marriage
That
material.
too.
Yeah, he is married to Cheech. So yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I was gonna say, because mine is okay. I'm gonna kill Sailor Moon just because I don't. I think it's just because I
Wait.
never really watched that much Sailor Moon when I was a kid.
Mars fan.
Does that
no.
make you the new Sailor Moon?
Oh.
Is that how that
Sure.
works?
I don't
feel like
know.
that's how
I
that
honestly
works.
don't
Does
know.
Sailor
I didn't
Moon work
watch
on Santa Claus rules?
I watched
Show
Dragon
me the
Ball Z.
proof.
I didn't watch Sailor Moon.
When have any of the sailors been killed? And when has a new sailor showed up?
And you can't kill Goku. It's impossible. So anyway, I'm and then I flip-flopped a lot between Goku and
Goku's been
Naruto.
killed, like,
It
4
ended up
times.
being
Didn't he go to hell that one
like,
time? Sorry.
He
Who,
fell
Goku?
off Snake Way and went to hell. Yeah.
Oh,
Then he got back
I
on
mean,
Snake
okay,
Way.
okay. I should clarify. He's died a couple of times, but
Anyway.
But it hasn't mattered.
it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Anyway.
But yeah. So I would, like you were saying, Jessica, I thought about marrying Goku, but then I was like, he's gone a lot because he just has to be fighting all the time. So, and poor Chi-Chi is just raising the children on her own while Goku goes and punches other guys in the face. So I'm like, okay, maybe not so much that. So I was like, okay, I'll boink Goku and then I will marry Naruto because he ultimately becomes Hokage, and that is the freaking leader of the entire village.
He does
and
become
his
ninja
jutsus
president.
would make life very interesting.
Yo.
Yeah,
I
I'm
see what
saying,
you're getting at.
I've thought about this.
I see what you're
Wow.
getting at.
I see what you
I
mean.
see.
I
Yes,
got you.
exactly. So those
You
are my
you thought about
Also,
this.
honestly,
We
this is very
joked
serious.
about it.
Real talk. Naruto is a good husband to Hinata. They are very cute.
That's
Yes.
true.
I
saw
was
like
so
the
happy when
OVA
they
or
got
the
together.
episode or whatever when they were getting ready for their wedding. It was very cute.
Oh, so cute. I cried a little bit.
When he asked Iruka Sensei to be his dad at the wedding, and
I
Iruka was
got
like,
it.
"Ah."
I know.
Dude, thank God, justice for Iruka. He also got
Absolutely.
sidelined pretty hard.
Yeah.
Boy never even got to Jonin level.
He just stayed a teacher. I mean, you know,
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Teachers are important.
that's right. And then he became a principal, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Ninja
Yeah, he
Principal. I'd watch that show.
In Boruto.
Ninja principal. I think it's called
Boruto.
Assassination Classroom.
Guys, we did it.
Yeah.
We talked about
Kuro
Naruto
Sensei!
without making the dumb Boruto's dad joke. We did it.
Oh yeah. I should have said it that way. Damn
Who?
it. Oh yeah, Boruto's dad. That guy, right?
Dude, you know that Boruto's dad has his own show? It's called Boruto's Dad.
Who is Boruto?
We have literally 1 minute
Oh.
left on this link, so I think
Okay.
now is the time
Rock
that
Lee
we
is the
must
best
depart.
boy in all of Naruto.
That's right.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, we gotta finish up here. So That's it for this episode of Wildly Abandoned. You learned some stuff about us, and we learned nothing about you.
Comment your kinks below.
Comment your kinks below.
Yeah.
Let's have
No,
the
not that
grossest
part.
comment section.
Yeah, let's not do that. No, that part doesn't make YouTube. Bye, everyone.
Bye.